You're listening to Tranzmission on 4ZZZ, amplifying the trans and gender non-conforming voices of Brisbane and beyond.
Good morning, Brisbane. You're listening to Tranzmission on 4ZZZ. It is not as cold as last week, but it is still cold. I'm here with in studio.
With Kai. How are you doing?
And
I'm Al. Hello.
how you doing?
It's chilly and I'm a bartender, so I don't really know what this end of the day looks like usually, but it's lovely to be spending it with you folks.
We appreciate you making the effort and coming in. Thanks for waking up.
I'm so caffeinated.
Yeah, well, you need to be at this time in the morning. My name is Ez, and we're Tranzmission. Today on the show, we actually have the special guest. You've already heard their voice. It's Al. Al is from Banshee's Bar and Art Space. And we're going to be talking a bit more later in the episode about Banshees and what that's all about. And I'm so excited because Kai and I actually went out and visited a couple of weeks back, and we're just like, yeah, we have to get Alan here. So, yay!
Yay! It was so nice to see you, and it's so nice to be here.
Yeah, it's also nice to not be like freezing cold outside right now, because I think it's like 13 degrees out there.
We hope you're all staying warm.
Yes. On the agenda today, other than talking to Al, we're also going to be doing the week in community news. We've got some pretty cool and interesting and exciting things. We'll also catch up on a little bit of that blood donation stuff. And then later in the episode, we'll be talking about genderware, where to get certain items if you're looking for things, and maybe some tips and tricks on binders and things like that as well. So yeah, it is Tranzmission. We're amplifying the voices of trans and gender non-conforming community members here. I can speak this morning. It's fine. Yeah. So without further ado, we should just get into the news. So, paid gender affirmation leave for ANZ, which is kind of exciting. Paid gender affirmation leave is a step in the right direction everywhere. So if you're out there and you're a company, you should really think about doing this, because it's awesome.
Yeah, it's really great to see more and more companies doing this. It's like the 5th or 6th I've seen this year. So, and there's some big companies doing it. It's just really exciting to see.
Yeah, this one, I believe, there's also, was it last week we talked about Coles doing the same thing?
Coles have done it. I think Geelong Library has done it.
Random?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I can't remember who else. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like some other big companies out there who are also contemplating it. Also, because it's a power move, guys. You should do it. Every company. There's also blood donation is now for gay and bisexual.
Well, I think they're
men.
lobbying for it. I think it's
They're
like
pushing for it.
it might change. But I mean, it really should have changed a very long time ago, because the rates of HIV, which is ostensibly why gay and bisexual men can't donate, the rates of HIV have very much changed between the straight and queer community in the past decade, at least. But also, I'd love to know if it's going to have any change for trans people that date trans people, and sex workers, none of which who are allowed to donate blood.
Well, this should hopefully be like that step in the right direction for hopefully breaking down that stigma around trans and sex workers as well. Mm-hmm. So hopefully, if this goes through, because currently it looks like, I mean, I'm reading The Guardian right now, so who knows, but they're posing a question in the title: should Australia end restrictions on? So I think this, like you said, it's a policy. And
the answer is yes. Australia should end these restrictions.
Yes, please.
Yes, do that. In other news, this is international news now, but it is worth talking about. So 5% of young people identify as trans or non-binary in the United States.
Surprising no one. Come on.
I don't even know any cis people, do you?
No, hold on, let me think. But it's funny because I swear that maybe when I was 13 or 14, I read a similar article that said about 5 to 10% of young adults identify as gay or lesbian in the United States. And I remember, so this is like a very weird, like, history repeating moment for me when I saw that, because I went, well, we used to think have articles with similar statistics about gay and lesbian movement. And now we're talking, it's 2022. Here we are, 5% of young people are identifying that way.
And let's be real, fundamentally, that'd be 5% of people are now comfortable talking to people about their gender experience.
Exactly. Definitely, there's people out there who see statistics like that and think, "Oh, well, it's a trend. It's a fad. It's a phase. It's just what's cool now. Trans trender. I don't know if you've heard that. But really, just if you start thinking about the gender binary, it's a house of cards. Once you meet trans people and you're like, oh, okay, so I don't have to stick to these rigid, outdated, archaic segments, it falls apart.
It's cool too because I guess like when I first started coming out as trans, I had my expectations about it, and then the more I learn about gender and the more that I talked with people, the less I knew really, because the reality is like it's like you said, it's a house of cards. Everything sort of crumbles down, and then you're like, wow, actually my understanding of how I express my identity is
really liberating.
It's so much more broad and vast than you could possibly imagine. And like this whole boy-girl thing is actually extremely narrow and really, archaic is a good word.
I think the weirdest thing for me when I came out as non-binary is that I suddenly was more comfortable presenting femme. Like, I'd spent my whole youth feeling like I was all dressed up as a girl and not doing it right. And then once I figured out myself, I put on dumb makeup. When I met you, Kai, we were dressing up for, so glittery, so many rainbows, lots of makeup, which I never would have done before.
No, I think I find that as well. When it's expected of you because of like a rigid little box you have to be like, then I'm not interested, no way. But then when I strip all of those expectations and it's a fun little decoration and thing I can do performatively, it's way more fun.
You're not doing it wrong, you're doing it you.
Exactly.
You're doing it you. Oh, and well, I'm just going to move into the last piece of news, which is just a little bit of like something happy to say. The first openly trans NFL cheerleader is now out there. In the NFL, that's the National Football League in the US, in case you're wondering. I wanted to mention it because cheerleading is such a huge status thing over in the States, especially in high school and stuff, and we get a bit of that residual effect here in Australia. And it's really cool to see that there is a trans person now in cheerleading over there, because it's all small steps.
Yeah,
places.
I am a cheerleader for her being a cheerleader.
Yay! I'll get my little pom-poms. All right, we're now about to listen to some music. This one's by Doin Electra. It's called Man to Man.
I'm a Molotov.
That one there was Molotov by Kira Peru. My name is Ez. I'm in studio with
Kai.
And
Al.
Yay! My pronouns are he, him.
Mine are they, them.
Mine are they, she.
Fantastic. It is 9:26 a.m. You're listening to Tranzmission on 4ZZZ. We're now talking to the one and only Al from Banshee's Bar and Art Space in Ipswich.
Hello. Commuted over during the horrendous morning traffic. It was super fun.
Delightful.
At least I had some good tunes to listen to.
That's right. You were with Jack and Lucy, so they're good at taking care of you in the morning. Banshee's Bar and Art Space. If you don't know about Banshee's Bar, you should, or you will now. Do you want to? Actually, I really want to read the description that's on the Facebook page because I just thought it was really good.
Go for it. Shout out to Nina and Ken, old owners and writer of the description.
Just because it's like perfectly like vague in a way, but like curious. Anyway, I'll just read it. Banshee's is a friendly bar and art space where you can enjoy contemporary art exhibitions and live performances. We are purveyors of the weird, wonderful, and obscure.
Yeah. Still accurate. 100%.
Yeah. You also do like there's been a few gigs out there as well.
Yeah, we've got live music, live original music every Friday and Saturday night. Wednesday every week is an open mic night, so we've got a bunch of regulars who come in and play tunes, and anyone else is welcome to come and sit in. And then we're slowly but surely opening up to Sundays. We had Renovators Delight out last week for part of their Bark All Night single launch tour, which was amazing. They are so beautiful. So every week there's something different on.
I also particularly, my interest is always peaked at those banjo lessons. Is it banjo making or is it banjo lessons?
It's banjo lessons.
Right.
Once a month, the first or second Sunday every month, we've got Finn Taylor from Finn's Contingency Plan out doing a literal beginner's banjo lesson. And then if there's enough people around, we have a little folk jam and it's lovely.
I actually have a banjo at home.
Bring it.
Yeah, and I'm like... I so want to play it.
You should go.
Yeah, and I should bring June, because June on Transmission as well, they play banjo. Actually play the banjo. They don't need lessons, really. But, that's cool.
They can help with the jam part.
They can help with the jam part.
And then the just having some wine with me part.
Yes, I will definitely have wine and
I love
play the banjo.
company. Please come talk to me while the banjos are happening.
Also, I wanted to mention that Ipswich, where you're located out there, is a much larger and more a lesser known trans community out there, but there is a trans community out there.
There absolutely is, and Banshees is pretty iconic as one of the most, or if not the most, welcoming space for gender non-conforming and trans people in Ipswich. Like, we've got a few little pockets of drag, specifically. There's some bowls clubs, some of which had documentaries made about them in the last few years, for their welcoming of trans people. But Banshees is like a social community where I've met more trans people in Ipswich than anywhere else that I've been. And it's been really nice since we took over. I will mention myself and my partner Tim took over the bar in April, so we've only been there for 2 and a bit months. But the bar is 4, and in the last 2 months we've had a lot of new young trans people and queer people come through that we hadn't met before, and it's been so cool.
Wow, that's fantastic, because I was talking to the owners at a gig last year, the old owners, and they said their patrons were about 30% trans.
Yeah.
So is it more than that now?
I would say it's about the same. Just a new rotation
more
of
frequently.
people.
Yeah, fantastic. That's
so
awesome.
Cool.
That's really exciting, because I as a trans person, you're always looking for where's safe spaces that we can go hang out and enjoy live music or events or anything like that. And I just think it's so cool that Banshees exists. I'm actually really bummed that it's far away from where I live, because I live on the north side of Brisbane. So it's a hike, but it's totally worth the hike.
Worth it, yeah.
It's so worth the hike, especially because when I got there, I was like, I didn't really have much expectation. I was like, okay, so it's a bar and art space. What kind of art am I going to see? I definitely wasn't expecting the phallic wall.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, whoa, that is quite a large penis on the wall there. It's cool, though. It's tastefully done.
It's a very femme penis, in my opinion. It's non-threatening, despite being the height of a human.
It is. Despite how large it is, yeah.
We like to say that the dicks, there's 2 of them. One of them is involved in a blowjob. It's getting a blowjob from a nice-looking femme person. And we like to say that the dicks keep out the dicks. Because if people walk in, see that, and are like, this isn't my vibe, they leave.
That's a great deterrent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm going to keep that in mind.
I love that. Yeah.
I might put that on my front door at home.
Yeah, I'll have one on my car.
It may work in some instances, maybe not in every instance.
The artist is a woman called Buella Blue, for reference. She did a show at the bar a few years ago, and we are still looking after her artworks.
Oh, damn. That's really cool. So, I was going to ask, so you've got an event tomorrow night, is that right?
Tomorrow is open mic night. Everyone's welcome to come through.
Open mic night, and then on Thursday night you've got
karaoke with our fabulous drag queen Alexis Diamond. We love her.
Awesome. And also we've there's a recent release from Damien, Southeast Queensland superstar that we've been playing a lot on 4ZZZ at the moment. They're also based in Ipswich.
Yep, often comes through for the open mic nights, and we are in discussions secretly about an event in November.
Ooh! Yes. You heard it here first, folks.
Very fresh. So fresh.
We've been transmitting that to you fresh.
Yeah, Damien comes through often. Like, he brought his new toys to practice for the show that they had last week, and does a mix of originals and covers, and it's really cool to watch them like grow and change with the way that they're performing. It's awesome.
It's like the music like evolving with them
Yeah.
as they grow. The music grows. Damn, that's so cool. I wish I had like a musical bone in my body. It's fine. I got
Bring out
into
your
radio, so I
banjo.
could be close to it.
You can play guitar.
Yeah, look,
That's a bone.
play. Use the word play loosely. It's like I can tinker with the guitar. Let's go with that. We actually. So where is Banshees?
Banshees is at 131 Brisbane Street in Ipswich. It's just around the corner from the train station. So most of the central Ipswich is top of town, and we are at the Bell end of town, right next to Bell Street. So we're walking distance from most things. It's really cool.
Also, if you're a 4ZZZ subscriber, which you absolutely should be supporting beautiful, beautiful community radio, you will get a discount.
Yep,
because
we
Banshees
are.
is a subscriber outlet.
Absolutely. 10% off things.
10% off things.
We love it.
And they also, because I'm a former Z Games extraordinaire, I love video games, and Banshees, you put on video games and play 4ZZZ in the background.
We have a house switch, and Sunday afternoons sometimes we'll bring out the projector and play some Mario Kart.
I mean,
Or Goose Game.
What more could you want?
yeah, literally.
Multiplayer.
Yeah, I'm so keen. If you'd like to learn more about Banshees and what it's all about, head over to the Tranzmission Facebook page at Trans with a Z Radio. I'm going to put a link up there to Banshees Bar's Facebook. You can check out all their events and everything there. Thank you so much, Al.
No worries. It's so nice to hang out.
I'll get you to explain a little bit of this song choice.
Oh, yes. Cool. So I was asked to bring a request, and so I have picked my favourite track of Moju's self-titled album from their original solo tour, which I have on vinyl.
Oh,
We'll
nice.
be playing at the
Lucky.
bar
Yes.
on Sunday. Come hang out.
Okay, that's it. Sunday
And
plans.
so I picked Switched to Drink and Gin, featuring a fantastic sax solo from a Brisbane musician.
Awesome. Let's do it. Let's listen to Switch to Drink and Gin by Moju. Hello, you're listening to Tranzmission on 4ZZZ. You were just listening there to a track called Eat the Rich, featuring Sass Hound by Race Rage.
Doesn't it make you hungry?
Yeah, I am hungry, actually. Where's Elon Musk? I don't know if that would be a good dietary thing. I wouldn't eat him.
Look, take one for the team.
All right. You're listening to Tranzmission, amplifying the trans and non-conforming voices, gender non-conforming voices of Meange in Brisbane. My name is Ez. I'm in studio with Kai and Al. We are now going to have a pretty chill discussion about genderwear. And what is it?
And the accessibility or lack thereof.
Yes. All of those things. Genderwear is essentially clothing or items of clothing, typically, that aid in minimizing dysphoria for people, and it can also aid in just like performative aspects too. I think for drag, some people also opt to wear binders and tucking and things like that. Genderwear isn't just exclusively a transgender thing, but it is predominantly. As a trans man myself, I have spent my fair time wearing gender affirmative wear, such as binders. They are hectic, and they're wonderful at supporting me, and they will, serve me really well in terms of feeling less dysphoric. But they are also very constrictive, and there's lots of things you've got to be mindful of in terms of your health. So I can't speak for trans feminine aspects of genderwear, but I have been informed of a pretty cool shop that does do shipping online if you're looking for breast forms and other such things.
Just general clothing. I think they've got bathers and stuff as well, which is cool.
Yeah. So swimwear. I mean, swimwear is really tricky. I mean, I don't know trans people who swim much now that I think about it.
Yeah, I think they generally avoid the beach, but that that doesn't mean they should.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe they wouldn't if they had, better wear, and also if people were a bit nicer.
If you were able to be comfortable in your clothing, or less of your clothing,
exactly,
then possibly you would be out more.
It's true. And that's why there are some really cool storefronts and stuff like that that offer gender wear and things like that. Sock Drawer Heroes is one of them. They're based down in Melbourne. This is actually they import a lot of their stuff from the US, from Underworks is the company, and then they ship it out from Australia and Melbourne down there. I've been buying my stuff from them for the last 4 years, and they've got some really good binders and stuff like that. They also have on their website, which is sockdrawerheroes.com, by the way, they've got stand tapes as well, and packers and other such genderwear, not just binders. There's apparel and there's kid stuff too. There's lots going on there.
They've also got some pretty cool stickers.
They do. If you order something, you get a sticker.
Aww.
So, and they also, every time I have received something from them, it has been wrapped so beautifully in like a brown paper bag, and then tied a ribbon around the top with a handwritten note. Thank you so much for purchasing from Sock Drawer Heroes, with a little sticker. So it's very personal, and you feel special. I felt special.
That is delightful.
Yeah, I don't order much from them at the moment, so I missed the surprise package of, hey, here's your new binder. And another cool place as well is GC2B. They're based in the US, so shipping can vary from a couple of weeks to months.
It can take a while, but they're really great. I like on their website, they've got very detailed measuring instructions, which can be really helpful when you're buying your first one and you don't really know, because it's not like buying anything else really. It's very tight, but that's what you want.
Personalized, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just checking out the gc2b.co website right now, and on their sizing page they actually have a YouTube video to help you figure out how to measure your shoulder widths and things like that too. And then they've got like a detailed chart, a step-by-step process, and they've also got some really good safety tips as well. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Those are the two big ones that I probably recommend in terms of compression wear and stuff like that.
Yeah, same.
Then there's Ruby Shines, which is apparently used to only ship in the United States and around the United States, but they now ship to Australia. And on the website, you can actually adjust the currency in the top left to whatever, like European currency, Brazil, so on.
Yeah, they've got Australian, yeah.
You can create an account as well. There's lots of stuff there. They're in partnership with things like CNN and Today's Parent, Washington Post and stuff like that. It's
really cute. I read a little bit of their origin story, and this dad was trying to find some just general clothes for his daughter to wear, and I think the daughter was maybe like 13 or 14 and couldn't find anything, and so he set about making it.
Aww.
And then now it's come this far. Isn't that beautiful?
That's actually really cute. The website seems to display a lot of like campaigns and stuff and things that you can do corporately as well. They obviously want to tie in with businesses. I'm not too sure how relevant that is to Australia, but that's a really sweet story. Yeah. There's lots of really cool shirts and stuff too, like Every Girl Deserves to Shine.
Yeah.
Which is really cute. So
yeah, I really like the messaging. It's much more teen friendly, I think, than a lot of other things I've seen aimed at trans women. Yeah.
A friend of mine also mentioned that there are some really good, if you're looking for breast forms or if you're looking for some gender wear as well, independent people on Etsy also create stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
You can always check that out, because then you're also supporting someone who's just hand making things at home. It might be a little bit more on the pricey side. I know Etsy can be a little bit exy sometimes, but there is also that option
and
there.
more likely to be individualized to you. If you're ordering like that.
I know that Many Genders One Voice down in Newstead here in Brisbane, they also have the Binder Project, which supports folks who are binding to affirm their gender. They're currently only stocking Underwork stuff, so it does take a while for them to get things in, but they actually have binders at a concession price for $35. Normally they're anywhere between $50 or up, and then you've got to incorporate shipping. So you can always check out manygendersonevoice.org. It's all one word there. I'm going to put all the links to these things on the Tranzmission Facebook page at Trans with a Z Radio. Go check that out. I'll put all the links up there, so if there's any questions or anything you want to suss out, or maybe you have a family member that also needs, some genderwear and you'd like to buy something for them, you can. You can also get gift certificates, like a gift card on Ruby Shines as well. So that's kind of sweet.
Very cute.
Yeah. So I'll put all them up there.
I do just want to say that you do not need to bind or tuck or change your body in any way, really, to be trans. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's
there is no correct way to be trans. Your body is your body, and it is the gender of your body, regardless of how it appears or what bloody stereotypes there are out there.
Your gender is yours and no one else's.
Yes, it is your body, and you can do what you like with it. Cool. Well, I'm just gonna put on a song for the allies out there. I think this will be for you if you're a supporter of trans people and you have friends that are trans. Then you should. You wanted to say something?
Oh, yeah, we hope that this is enough of a surprise for you. Was it Malcolm?
Yeah, Malcolm texted in asking for a surprise to cheer them up. This song always cheers me up.
Oh, I love it.
It only goes for a minute, but it's totally worth it. So we're going to play it. It does have a language and content warning. It's got some themes.
But only for a minute.
But only for a minute. So we're going to play this one. It's by Crackboy Mental. If that's setting the tone for you there. This song is called Trans People Are My Friends. Transphobes Not Welcome. You're listening to Transmission on 4ZZZ. You just listened to Crackboy Mental there with Trans People Are My Friends. Transphobes can catch these hands.
Love that song. We actually just made this show so that we could play that song.
Yeah, we're done now. The grid's open. Yeah, that song is particularly good. Whenever I'm feeling down, that definitely makes me feel better. It's like that 30-second dance party from Grey's Anatomy or something like that, except 1 minute of Crackboy Mental is good for me. Yeah, you've actually come to the end of Transmission. On that note, I don't really have anything else to say. Goodbye, Brisbane.
Goodbye.
I'll see you in a week. We'll have some more awesome things to discuss and more amazing people. We'll definitely have Al back.
I would love to come back.
Yeah, you're coming back. It's happening.
Yeah.
After I go and hang out and play video games and listen to Zed at Banshees.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I'm going to do that and drink wine with you. It's happening. I'll bring my banjo. All right. See you next week, guys. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to Transmission. See you next Tuesday, 9 to 10 a.m. on 4ZZZ.